Alright guys, we're starting off with the fun one today. And when I mean fun, I mean a guy got his leg bitten off by an alligator in Florida. He did not die this time, which is good. So, from what I understand, there's an ad there. From what I understand, it says here, Titusville, Florida. Officials in Florida say a 72-year-old man lost his leg below the knee when he was bitten by an alligator at a park for recreational vehicles. The alligator attack happened around 1:50 p.m. Friday at Great Outdoors RV, Nature, and Golf Resort in Titusville, Florida, according to Brevard County Fire Rescue. There are a number of bodies of water in the area. Fire officials said the alligator amputated the 70-year-old victim's right leg below his knee, and he was airlifted to a trauma center. According to a dispatch call, the alligator went back underwater after the attack. Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission officials said an alligator trapper was dispatched. 2 alligators were removed from the area. It is not known whether either of these caught were responsible for the attack. Fire officials say it's not yet known what led to the attack. Brandon Fisher, director of media relations at Gatorland, says gators are more active right now as they are getting into breeding season. He said the biggest worry for a place like Great Outdoors, where there are a lot of people in bodies of water, is that someone feeds the gators. This allows the gators to become more comfortable with humans and feel like they can get closer. Hopefully nobody was feeding this alligator in this RV park, but if that were the case and that alligator has lost its fear of humans, it's going to come closer, and whether you have food or don't have the food that day, that could be the difference between what might have happened, Fisher said. Fisher says anyone who finds themselves in front of an alligator should back up quickly and not turn their back on the animal. He adds that it's best to avoid getting close to an alligator, but for those who are grabbed should know the animal's weak spots. They have sensitive spots on the body, some nerve endings right at the tip of the nose, is a bunch of nerve endings in the nostrils, but the head is all bone. Okay, so there's not much information on this attack at the moment. From what it seems like to me, let me see if I can get an aerial view of this thing again. So what it seems like to me is that from the picture I did see is that this dude's backyard was literally right there along the water. It's one of these houses right here. Literally his backyard is on the water. I mean, how much more picturesque can you get for a retirement? Like, your backyard is a creek in Florida, and there's a lot of alligators. I mean, I guarantee you there's some big bass in that lake. That's a lake that I would sneak into as a kid and fish. That's where you get the ditch pickles that'll get 10 pounds. When I say ditch pickles, I mean largemouth. In Florida, you can literally go to any body of water, random. It could be like literally surrounded by trees behind a Walmart that's fenced off. If you can find a way to get in through that fence and fish that pond, there are giants in there. That's just always how it worked when I was growing up. But this is a very common sight. These really nice RV parks or retirement communities will pop up in these random woodsy places. They'll have a lake or two on them, or they'll build a lake or two that's right next to a bunch of natural bodies of water, and gators will inevitably walk to those lakes and ponds, or whatever the case is. However they get there, and then they live there for years and years and years. People get used to them. People don't think anything of them. They start getting complacent and walking next to the water or whatever. We don't know the exact details on what happened to this guy. All we know is that he got his leg bitten off below the knee, and don't want that to happen to anybody. And that's very sad, but the gators just don't do that. They just don't do it randomly. It's not. There's usually some reason, like, I don't know, was he walking his dog? This gator was most likely fed. A wild gator that is not fed, the chances of it going, especially if it's in a neighborhood like this, it's used to people. Like, that's the only way I can explain it. And the thing that sucks is, like, I understand if this gator attacked this guy unprovoked, which I seriously doubt happened. When I say unprovoked, I don't mean the guy was, like, messing with it, but, like, this gator's used to people enough. If this gator wasn't used to people, I guarantee you it wouldn't attack like that. And also the whole, the sensitive part of the alligators, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the nose is definitely one. If you open up the nostrils, they can't close it, and they suck in air underwater, or they suck in water when they're underwater, and that'll get them to release. Also, their eyes. If you can poke their eyes out, that's one way. And there's a few other things I've been told, like if your arm's in its mouth, try to like open up the flap in the back of the throat that like blocks off water. I've been told that if you open that up, that it'll release them, because it's the same thing as like opening up their nose. Like water will just pour in, and they don't like that. I could be completely wrong on that, but at least that's what I've heard. If your arm's in the alligator's mouth, you're gonna do some things to try to get out. And I mean, if that's the one thing you can do, but definitely poking the eyes and opening up the nose are two big ones. But running backwards while looking at the gator, I'm sorry. If a gator comes after me, I am running in a direction that it can't easily change its direction. So like an alligator can run in short bursts directly at you. It's not going to change directions really quick. It's not like a cheetah chasing an impala where it can go. I mean, this thing is like straight shot really quick, and that's about it. I mean, if a gator came straight up after me, I'd probably run along the bank as quickly as I could, and or maybe at an angle so I'm running away from the water and along the bank. Because that gator's, there's not much it can do, and then stop and then go the other way. We were taught in school to zigzag. Like when I'm telling you, there's this lake that a guy got killed at last year, Taylor Lake. It's over in Pinellas. My elementary school that I grew, literally the elementary school I went to, which is the same elementary school that the kid went to in the movie Dolphin Tale, which, by the way, I was an extra in. The movie Dolphin Tale, Mildred Helms, we were the Dolphins. Surprise, surprise. But we would walk across the street, like there was a Pinellas Trail that's right behind it, and we would walk to Taylor Park to go to the park for field trips. And one of the things we were taught on that camping trip was to how to run away from gators. And that is literally something I learned in school. So that is a thing. But anyway, I feel bad for this guy. I mean, obviously don't want his leg bitten off. They don't really show much else. So hopefully if more information comes out on this, I'll definitely do a video on it. I have no idea. Updated 11 hours ago. Probably won't hear much about it, but 2 gators are now dead because of this. They do a biopsy on them. They kill them and open them up to see if they were the ones who attacked the man, because they're not going to let an adult gator that could potentially hurt somebody just there when a gator in the area killed somebody. They're just not. They kill all the gators. So another situation where people are encroaching on the wild habitat, and the wild animals are going to do what they do, and the gators are the ones who pay the consequences. I mean, besides this guy who lost his leg. But now you got a cool story. Like, yeah, a gator bit my leg off. I don't know. I would run with that. If a gator bit my leg off, I would be milking that like crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be telling all sorts of stories. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll let you know if more comes out with this. Let me know what kind of videos you want me to do next. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I just said that again. It's been a long week. It's been a long couple of weeks. About to get an RV. I'm going to be doing some traveling, but also I'm going to make another channel that is all about RV and travel and stuff like that. It's just for fun. I've been thinking about doing a couple other things, but this is my main thing. This isn't going away. But I have a lot of ideas. I'm going to be doing, as I said, traveling, and I'm going to be doing documentary type videos, and hopefully got a few of those coming up. I have been working on some stuff that I'm very excited to get out to you guys. But anyway, I will see you on the next one.